taking on a fight. Coins and cash, making it last. Jordan Budgets, we got this crew.
Hey y'all, it's Jordan from Jordan Budgets. I am going to be doing some different things today. First off, I'm watercoloring, which I never do. I'm also doing a voiceover, which I don't usually do, but I think I would like to do more often. I tend to be very scattered in my videos, and I think maybe doing a voiceover would be very helpful to film and then come back later and discuss to kind of break up my process. Let me know at the end of this video, like after you've watched as much of this as you can, let me know if you like the voiceover style. Like I said, I'm doing something very different. I will be watercoloring. This is the only time this is going to be a full video. Like I'm never going to full watercolor again. But I did want to talk to you guys about the journey of learning a new skill and paying off debt and how I think the two are very similar. I want to say right off the bat too, this is my first time watercoloring. Did I already say that? It's going to be very terrible. So if you're watching this instead of just listening to this, just know the point is more in the audio. The video is just me watercoloring and being pretty terrible at it. But I not only think watercoloring and paying off debt are two similar things, I think that, I think the journeys are very similar. I'm going to be doing the two together. As I pay off debt, I'm going to be watercoloring. So we're going to talk about all of that in this video. But first, we're going to start off by talking about debt and how it has been a difficult year for me. I tried to film this video twice already. I actually did film a video, and it was just like a lot of us in the finance or personal budgeting world have filmed for here on YouTube. And it was like a sit-down video of me talking through my real numbers with my debt, talking about the last year and how I got to this position with my debt. And the second time I filmed it, I actually filmed it, thought it went better. So I edited it and I had it ready to upload. And then I got COVID. So this is like during COVID me. So like post-COVID me might think all of this is just a hot mess. We shall see. But I got COVID, so I was kind of knocked out completely for a couple of days. And the more I thought about that video, I just thought I got lost in the weeds with it. I feel like I was very defensive because I was sharing all of my real numbers and all my real cards. And some of the explanation just felt unnecessary, again, defensive, and it didn't feel like any fun. And I don't want to start talking about debt on this channel. Again, debt is new to me, so it's new to being chatted about on this channel. I didn't want the first conversation we have about my debt to feel not fun. I mean, debt is not fun in its own right? But it just was not the right foot to start on, nor did I want to get lost in the weeds with like unnecessary and defensive conversations, So it's safe to say that over this last year, there were just unexpected expenses. I moved to a higher cost of living area. There was business and income fluctuations. I am a single mom who has been prioritizing homeschool, and I also recognize I just need to not be so hard on myself, right? It happened. We are in debt, and I'm sure at some point I will share the real numbers with you. I'm in debt. A lot of us are in debt. It happens, So I'm learning to give myself grace on things. I give other people grace where I do not give the same grace to myself. So while others will be in debt and I'll be like, look, it happens. I don't know how anybody is surviving right now, that is my go-to response for anybody that tells me they're in debt. It happens. I get it. I don't know how people are surviving. Well, that has been true in my brain for everybody else. I'm still hard on myself, right? I'm a recovering perfectionist, let's say. We're just going to talk about it at this stage and say, I am in debt. And I do feel like debt and art or learning a new skill, the beginning of these things feel awkward. For watercoloring, it's awkward because it feels clumsy. It feels pointless. The paint bleeds. The colors don't match the vision for like watercoloring, for example. Nothing is going quite right. It feels very discouraging, and it's tempting to sit down trying to learn a new craft or a new art skill like watercoloring. You do it once and then you're like, yeah, this is not for me. I'm really bad at this. For debt, you make a payment. It feels small. It feels pointless. It's easy to think this isn't making a difference. month can go by with like barely any change and it feels discouraging. Similar to a new skill, it's tempting to try to pay it off one time, make one small extra payment, and then stop. It's like you did it once, it didn't feel gratifying, it felt stressful, so you stopped. But what if we had a mind shift on the whole thing? Learning a new skill, paying off debt, anything that feels challenging and hard, what if we decide to stick with it anyway? Accept that we're going to make mistakes, accept that debt is going to be a long process and it's not going to feel good right away. Art may also not feel good right away. It's not going to be perfect. But if we focus on showing up consistently rather than focusing on it being perfect, there's a good chance we're going to find our momentum. In watercoloring, we might start to understand the techniques and the color and how things flow together. When it comes to debt, though, small payments start adding up over time and will build momentum. Progress is going to feel slow, but progress will happen for both things. Someday, I'm going to be able to compare this very first painting that I'm doing with you guys today. And a year from now, I'm going to be able to compare it and see the progress that is being made in my art. I don't know if it's going to take me a year to be proud of my art, 2 years to be proud of my art, maybe 3. And in the same way, I don't know how long my debt's going to take. It might take me a year. It might take me 2. It might take me 3. I don't have to, in this moment, know how long it's going to take me to be good at these things or to master my debt. All I have to do is start taking these small steps, and in hindsight, it is going to be huge steps. Like I said, watercoloring is something that I've been wanting to do for a while now. These books that I showed you in this video, I've actually had for a couple of years, and I've been too intimidated to pick them up, right? So I have been wanting to do this, but I haven't even tried because it felt intimidating. Also, as a single mom who works, I don't tend to let myself do just like pointless art or like do something for myself. So the way I'm tying these two things together, debt and watercolor, is that watercolor is something that I've wanted to do for a while, but just have not made the time to do. Again, single mom, I really don't have that much free time. But every time I make a scheduled payment, so I do have a $400 car note every single month and then a $400 consolidated debt payment. Every time I make one of those payments, or every time I make an extra $100 payment, I get to do a new watercolor page. I am making myself make time for it. And the way that I get to do that is when payments happen or whenever I make an extra payment. So it's going to force me to take the time to watercolor, but as a single mom, this is going to feel like a reward. And it's going to be kind of nice to watch these two skills or like these two things grow together. So as I pay off my debt, the idea is that my watercoloring will be better. And by the end of my debt journey is when I plan to look back and see just how much I've grown in my watercoloring skills. I'm not going to be sharing myself watercolor and do a voiceover like this every time, but if you think it would be kind of fun just to see how I progress with my watercoloring, let me know, because I'm thinking I might do a quick little like sped up clip of doing a watercoloring in my cash stuffing videos, just like at the end, maybe a 5-second, like quick little spin through of the watercoloring I get to do. Of course, it wouldn't happen every week, but when I make my payments and when I do a bonus payment, I would get to do that. Maybe you can think of a way that you can reward yourself. Let me know in the comments if there is a preferably free way that you can reward yourself every time you put payment towards debt, or for you, maybe you don't have debt and that reward can come for investing. Again, maybe something free, not stuff, but like what is a skill you want to learn? What is a skill you want to see grow and you get better and better with as you make these payments? Or maybe it's a book you want to read that you can get from the library. Let me know in the comments if you have a skill that you've just not made time for that might just help motivate you with your own debt. I do want to leave today just saying that debt does not define you or me. We've all made decisions to get us where we are. It's also been, can we just acknowledge, it's been a weird few years for the planet, 5 years? I don't know. It's been a while of just being hard. It is important to make better choices moving forward. I'm happy to have closed my cards to get myself back on track. So maybe consider some steps that you can make to move yourself in a better direction with debt moving forward. But it doesn't define you, it doesn't define me, and every payment that we make, no matter how small it is going to matter towards our debt. The key is to just keep going. Same with a new skill. So I hope you guys had fun with this video. Let me know in the comments. This was a bit different for my channel, but I think it's been fun for me to create. So let me know what you guys think. As always, thank you guys for being here. I love you. I appreciate you, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Hey, you, yeah, you, with the dream so bright. We're saving together, taking on the fight. Coins and cash, making it last.